Alrighty, Evan, let's knock this one out of the park and let's get this shit rolling. Here we go, guys. This is my new, this is how we're going to end the show from here on out. This is how I want to end it. I want to end on a lot of information, some questions. We're going off based on our questions right now, but you guys can ask questions later on and we'll start going based off your questions. Alright, so Evan, what is it? Get it started and tell us what it is.
Alright, Lucky 21. First question is, are the Rams done?
Yeah, I say they're absolutely done. The playoffs seems pretty set in the NFC. The Vikings, I think, are the 6th seed right now, if I'm not mistaken. The Rams are still 2 games out of them. I really just don't see them catching up with only 5 games to go. If they have a shot, they do. But the way the schedules match up, I just don't see the Rams do. I think the NFC is pretty much spoken for, to be honest.
Are the Bills for real?
I don't know if they're for real, but I think they can definitely compete in the conference just the way everyone's playing right now. I think they will make the playoffs just due to their record right now and everyone around them. They might be able to sneak a game in. Who knows?
Are the Patriots in trouble?
I think they are. I think they absolutely are. Their offense looks atrocious right now. That defense is what's carrying them right now, kind of like my Steelers. But they still have Tom Brady, who's not looking good right now. He does not look good, but the defense keeps them in everything against these weaker teams. The Cowboys not a weak team, but they're not a great team either. When they start playing the really good ones, if they play Baltimore again, I am pretty sure they might get their ass handed to them.
And the Colts. Are the Colts done?
Yeah, I think they are. At 6-5, I believe they are. I think the Titans are going to be better than them. They lost Marlon Mack for however long, and I just don't think they're going to be able to compete with the rest of their division right now, and I think that's the only way they're going to get in.
Will the Cowboys make the playoffs?
Yeah, they will. Just based on the fact of their division, the Giants and Redskins are obviously atrocious, and for some reason, they just have the magic trick, the magic potion over the Philadelphia Eagles. They beat them every single time. So yeah, I think they'll get in. Will
there be revenge in Pittsburgh this week?
Well, Mason Rudolph got benched. It's going to be Hodges at quarterback. It'll get temper. It's a division rivalry. Tempers will flare a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be any retaliation or anything like that.
What 2 teams get in for the AFC wild card?
I could be biased here, and I could say the Steelers, and I'm going to be. And I'm going to say the Steelers because I think their schedule is very, very easy the rest of the way. And I'm going to say the Bills with the second one just because of how good their record is right now.
Your pick for MVP?
It's got to be Lamar. I was going to say Russell Wilson a few weeks ago, but the way Lamar's playing right now is absolutely insane. He is the most electric, most exciting player to watch in the NFL right now, and I think there's no other candidate you can pick.
All right, best team in the AFC?
Fuck me and my parents and family and my dad and my brother will want to fucking kill me for this, but it's got to be the Ravens, right? Like, am I fucking retarded for this? Like, they just look so much better. They just blew out the Rams 45-6. Like, what? It's the fucking defending NFC champs, and they made them look like fucking kindergartners. Like, I feel like it's just easy. I hate to say it, but it's easy.
How about the best in the NFC?
NFC? Oh, man. It's a toss-up between the Saints and the 49ers, and we won't be able to know for sure until they play each other here in a couple weeks. I want to say the Saints because I love Drew Brees, but the way that they just made the Packers look, I'm leaning towards the 49ers right now.
All right, that wraps up the questions for NFL. Now moving to college football. Will Alabama make the college football playoff?
Yeah, I think they will. Like I said earlier in the show, I think Oklahoma State's going to beat Oklahoma, so I think that'll knock out any Big 12 competition. Oregon freaking sucks, so I think that damages Utah in a way. So even when they play each other in the Pac-12 championship game, it'll damage that in that respect. Utah, I think, is honestly the only other team that has a shot of beating Alabama into the playoffs, just based on the fact that they look amazing on defense. Their team looks really, really good, and I think they have a shot of getting it over, just maybe because Tua's not there, so the committee go like, oh, it's not as exciting. I think Georgia, offense is atrocious, defense is amazing, but they will go to the SEC championship game because of the thing with Alabama. LSU will beat Georgia, so when they beat them there, that'll knock them out because they'll be just fresh off a loss. The committee's not going to pick them. At that point, that final team, because LSU, Ohio State, Clemson will be in, it's between Alabama, it'll be between Utah, and I think the committee, being who they are, they're going to be looking towards money, who can make the most money, and that's Alabama.
Will the Big 12 make an appearance?
No. Just like I just said, I believe Oklahoma loses this week, and they are done. They are not going to be making it in, and nobody's going to make it in.
Hypothetically, right now, who are you picking between LSU and Ohio State?
I've been fighting over this for a long, long time. Ohio State looks absolutely exceptional, but they haven't played the same schedule that LSU has. LSU's played absolute incredible talent week in and week out. It might just be because I hate Ohio State, but I'm giving a slight edge due to the SEC, who they play as well. I'm going to give a slight edge to LSU.
Other than Clemson, does anybody make it to the college football playoff from anywhere other than the SEC or the Big Ten?
Like I said, Utah I think is the only one that has another shot at this point. I think Oklahoma loses. Oregon's obviously out. And no matter how good Minnesota or Wisconsin is, I just don't think they can beat Ohio State. So I think Utah is really the only team with another shot.
So moving to college basketball, we got, is Duke in trouble?
No, it's early in the year. Every one of these big teams have an early loss that they have to look back at. Kentucky does it every single year. So when they lost to Evansville, of course I was shook. It's my team. But they do this shit every single year. Maybe not to this magnitude, but they do it every single year. Duke does it every year. And it's just kind of the norm. Like, you lose, you know? Maybe it's getting a little more crazier, but it happens every year. They'll get back on track.
Is Michigan State a fraud?
I don't know if they're a fraud, but they're definitely not number one team in the country. I don't think they're that good. I think they're a good team, obviously. I think they're a very good team, but they are not number one material. I think that by the end of the time, when the tournament comes around, they'll be a 2 or 3 seed. Just kind of like last year. I don't think they're amazing. I think they're just good.
And final question for college basketball, ass or titties?
I don't think that's the question, Evan, but clearly ass.
NBA, biggest surprise?
Probably the Miami Heat, dude. They've looked so good, and I'm going to go based off on just the Kentucky players. Tyler Herro's been amazing. Bam's a monster. Jimmy Butler, I haven't even really heard about him. Every time I hear about the Miami Heat, it's about Tyler Herro. But they are second in the East right now, and they are looking very, very good right now. Very, very dangerous, and I'm very proud of my boys.
Best team in the West?
That's tough. That's a tough one. I'm going to narrow it down to 3. It's the 2 LA teams in Denver. I like Denver a lot. I do. Another Chauncey stop on the way. But I think at the end of the day, it will come down to the LA teams. And besides Anthony Davis and LeBron James, who the fuck else is on that team? Nobody really gives a shit. I think overall depth and who else is on that team will really help the Clippers kind of take control of that.
Best in the East?
Best in the East? That's got to be the Bucks. Like, it's clear as day. They're just the better team right now. Giannis just scored over 56 points the other week. It's pretty easy to pick them.
And championship preview?
It's got to be, in my mind, Clippers-Bucks. It'll be a good one, but Kawhi's just the king of championships right now, and he's just going to keep on winning, and that's how it's going to go. All right, guys, that's the 21 for the week. We're going to do this every week now. It's going to be our new thing. This is Sixth Sense Sports. Hopefully, we become special and you guys actually fucking like us, because that's how we'll keep coming back. All right? We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.